Hi, in this video we're going to learn how to use myDALITE as a standalone version. In other words, how to use myDALITE without any learning management system such as Moodle, Blackboard, Canvas, and others. So to get started, you need to go into your account. In your account, you need to go into your groups. First thing, you need to create a group. As you can see here, I already have 2 groups. If I want to create a new group, I go into Manage Groups. To manage groups, I create a group by giving it a title. The name that I give could be the same thing or different. Doesn't really matter. I try to always keep it the same. I try to refrain myself from using any hash or special characters. And I create this group. As you can see, this group has been added. If I want to archive this group, I click on this symbol. It will archive it. If I want to bring it back, I simply click on the plus sign. Now that my group is created, I go back into my account. Into my account, I can now see that this group is there. Now what I want to do is to share this group with my students. So I click on this icon here. This brings me to the page to share my group. So I simply need to distribute this address to my student. I could do that by simply putting it on my website or sending them an email, etc. So your students, once they get that link, they simply click on it. For this example, I will copy it and paste it into another tab. They need to sign up. So to sign up, they need to give their address. So here it is. I give my address and I register. I need to confirm registration. So as a student, I'll need to go into my my inbox, and I will get a confirmation email. It looks like this. As a student, I'll need to confirm. Now I've been registered. Successful. I've been registered to this group that's called Tutorial 02. On the teacher's side now, I need to go back into my account. So I click on back to my account, and here I am. And now what I want to do is distribute an assignment. I want to share this assignment. So for more information on how to manage assignment, please look at our other video on how to manage assignment. So for this assignment, let's say I want to distribute organic nomenclature. So again, I'll click on this share button here. I need to distribute this assignment. So this is the name of the assignment I want to distribute, and I need to choose the group. The group will be, yes, Tutorial 2, but all my groups are listed here. Tutorial 2. I choose a due date. This will be done by, next Monday. At what time? Midnight. Perfect. And I have the choice here to show correct answer or not. So I decide to not show the correct answer. So it's going to prompt them before class if I'm flipping my class. And then I assign. And that's it. That's all you need to do. If we look on the student side now, they've got an email. So if I look into my inbox as a student, oh, I've got a new email. It says new assignments. Go to the assignment. So as a student, I simply click on this link and it's bringing me to the assignment. It says welcome, blah, 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 blah. As a student, I need to always accept that whatever I input as my rationale, my explanation, they can be shared with other students. So here we go. We have the first question, our multiple choice, and the rationale. The beauty here is you see these little dots here. So that means I can move from question 1 to 2 without having to answer question 1. I could go back to question 1 whenever I feel like. So I could do a bunch of them, come back later, etc. I could go directly to question number 4, etc. For the sake of this example, let's say I'm the student. I choose option E. I write my rationale. I click the next button. Then I'm prompted to see, should I stick with my own answer? I'm not too sure. I'm actually going to go with this rationale. Perfect, I submit. I don't know what the correct answer is because my teacher didn't want me to know. Perfect, I'm ready to move on to the next question. I click on this arrow here. Let's say I stop there for this example. Back on the teacher's side, you could always go back into your groups and now have the homework list. That will give you a summary of what you've been assigning to your students. So far, for the group Tutorial 2, I've assigned this assignment. If I go back to my account and back into my groups, I could also click directly onto the group. If I do this, I could always go back and change the name of the group, the title, and I could also distribute the sign-up link to a student that walks in late or registered late for my class. I could also add another teacher to this group by simply clicking on the plus sign. I could always go into my assignment and click on it. On my assignment, I could have the list of questions that I've given to my students, but I could also look at the student progress. It's live view and tells me how many students have answered the first part of the question, second part of the question, how many students in total got it right on the first trial and the second trial. So right now I only have one student, so that's why you see small numbers, but you can see that for every single question. And of course, you could always see your student lists here at the bottom. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is if you go back into your question list here, question, you can always reorder these questions. Let's say I want question 2 to go before question 1. I simply drag and drop it before. I want to change it back, I drop it back. Then I make sure that I save this order. Another thing I forgot to mention is on the student list here. This logo here is to send the student an email. Let's say they didn't do the assignment or they registered late for a class or something like that. You can just press this button and it will send an email again to the student to remind them to do the assignment. If you want the full report, you go back to your account, under your assignments, you choose for the assignment this logo here. It will bring you to the custom report page. So here you choose which group and which assignment, and you ask it to create or generate a report. Then it will give you question per level, student level, detailed by assignment. So this assignment had that name, had this question, there's a summary of the number of response, correct. You actually can see what each student wrote as their first rationale, which ones they chose after, at what time, etc., etc. You can see that for every question, for every student. That pretty much sums it up for now. I hope this was helpful. Don't be shy to leave your comments, suggestions below the video. We'll try to answer you as soon as possible. Cheers!